Oh, and hello, good evening, everyone. Friday, sorry, just a bit unorganised. To get my cushion. How is everyone? I'm glad it's Friday. Where are we going? So yeah, welcome. We're going to be doing 61 to 63 tonight. Just to get them done. They're only short issues. So let me go through some chat first. So we've got Gillian. That says, good evening, Horlixs, and everyone in the chat. So hello, Gillian. How are you? I left my coffee across the room. Half on. Mark Smod says, good evening, everyone. So hi, Mark. Peter Webster, Peter Webster says, hi, Alex. Hello, Peter. How are you? Gillian says, good evening, Mark. Peter says, hi, Gillian and Mark. And Gillian says, good evening, Peter. Danno Builds says, good evening, everyone. Good luck with your build, Alex, and a great show. Thank you very much. Mark Smart says, hi, Gillian, and hi, Peter. DS1 also says, hi, everyone, and Horlixs. So good luck with your show and build, mate. Thank you very much. Ian Campbell, very good Friday evening, all. So yeah, thank you for that, Ian. And I hope you've had a good day. And Peter says hi to Dave S and hi to Ian. Danno Builds says good evening to Gillian, Peter, Dave, and Ian. Gillian says good evening, Dave S. Dave Max says evening, Mark, young man. Lindsay Builds says hello, everyone. So hi, Lindsay. Laura Peter says hi, Dave Mac. Gillian says good evening, Dave Mac Builds. Peter says hi to Lindsay. Gillian says good evening to Ian. Dave says hi to Lindsay. Mark says good evening, Dave Mac Builds, Ian, and Lindsay. Lindsay says hi to Dave. Lindsay Builds says hello to Mark's mods. Gillian says good evening, Lindsay. Lindsay says hi to Gillian. John's Warmaking says evening, Horlixs, and all in the chat. Peter says hi to John. Gillian says good evening, John's Warmaking. John says hi to Peter. John says evening to Gillian. And Peter says 3 minutes later, so I know. I'll tell you why in a minute. Ian says he was probably turning windy on Peter. No, I wasn't. I'll tell you in a minute. Peter says laugh out loud, Ian. Gillian says I'm okay, thank you. John says got my popcorn, hope the build goes well. Thank you very much. Yeah, not too much to do, to be honest. Peter says I'm grand, thank you, Alex. Good. And Peter says you seem to have a bit of a spring in your step tonight. Good to see. Thank you. Yes, well, yeah. It's the weekend. It's Pride tomorrow, and yeah, I'll go on to a bit more later on with some real generosity, if I'm honest. So, Dave Max says evening to John's Warmaking, and John says evening Dave Mac Builds. So that's all the chat. So the reason I was a bit late is because I'm sitting here getting ready to do the show. So we're going to do 3 issues. I forgot to get hot water for the tie. So I had to go and run and boil the kettle. So that's why I was a bit late. So I will, let's go down to the map. Oh, coffee nearly went over. So 61 we're starting with. And in at 61 we get tyre, which is the right rear tyre, and that is sat in this hot water softening up. So that's the part we got. We're not going to be using that. We're going to be now working on the parts that we have done previously. So That's the exhaust and the air filter assembly. I need to clean this mat. So, the first thing we're going to do is fit the air filter on the engine as shown in the picture, and then insert the tube assembled in issue 44 into the hole shown. Okay, actually, a bit of an update for you. I forgot. Right. I have finished the battery mod. So I've used the Vata decal, and then I've followed what Mark did actually. I just painted the ends of that red and used the original pipes and cut them off. This one might get a bit in the way, but I'm hoping not. We can maybe do something with that later. So yeah, this is the resin kit. I've had to cut into the side of it to fit, and then I've secured it in from underneath with 2 BP04 screws. I was going to use a 4 and a 3, but the 3 was so small and it just started spinning. So I thought, right, I'll put a 4 in and it grips it straight away. So that is nice and solid on there. It's not going anywhere. So I'm really happy with that mod. Glad I did it. Just gives it a little bit more. Oh, actually, saying that, it hasn't quite sit right. Talking about. See, the screws pushed it up rather than go in. There you go, that's got it. Because the hole is smaller, so yeah, there you go, that's done it. So yeah, that's the battery mod. Hope you like. So we're going to be doing the air filter first. So you can see we've got a square hole, which is going to go on top here. And at the same time, we've got a hole here where this pipe is going to fit in. So I'm guessing we can put it in there first, then slot that up and push that down on there, like so. Look at that. Go. So that's another part of that done. Ensure that the tube has been inserted in the air filter as shown. Yeah, done that. And then fit the opposite end on top of the post. We've done that. That's all those steps done. Next, we need to turn the chassis over and place the exhaust on the underside of the engine, inserting the post into the hole shown, but not all the way. Then it says examine the picture carefully. The pipes coming out from the engine should be inserted into the holes indicating the exhaust. Once this is done, fully insert the pipes and the assembly is secure. So we've already done this because we were playing. So we did it a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to sort of put those pipes in. It doesn't want to do it today. Push that in. Click that in. That's going to click in. That's going to click in. That's in. Perfect. And that's the exhaust done. That's all those lines up. Whoa. So now we've got the exhaust at the back of her. And that looks pretty cool to me. It's really coming together now. Okay. I've just seen that comment. Audio is a little echoing. Okay, hang on. Oh no. I'm surprised you can even hear me. What's it doing that for? Right. Now you should be able to hear me better. That's another thing I've been up to. But I'll more on that when we finish the build tonight. So let me go back to some of the chat. Peter says wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. Dave Max says, I went to the doctor today about my elbow. It's been killing me all week. I've told him I've got modular's elbow. Lindsay says, laugh out loud, Dave Max. Peter says, I'm not shocked with all those guns, Dave. No, it's a lot of work. John's Wanamaker says, was he shocked, Dave? Lindsay says hello to Peter. Peter says, looks good, Alex. Thank you. John's Wanamaker says, cool decal. Ian says, hi, Dave Matt Bills. I phoned the doctors the other day as I was feeling a little hoarse. Next thing I knew, I had the RSPA knocking at the door. Dave Matt says, laugh out loud. He was John. Peter, I've still not finished the guns yet. Dave Mack says, nice one, Ian. Geordie says, evening to everyone. Dave Matt Builds says, evening to Geordie. And Peter Webster says, hi to Geordie. Ian says, hi, Geordie. Geordie Dave says, hi, Sam, Peter, and Dave Matt. So, yeah, hello. Lindsay says, hi to Geordie. Geordie says, Ian, I mean. And Geordie Dave says, hi to Lindsay. So, yeah, I hope the audio is better for you. Should be, hopefully. Okay, so with that done, that is actually issue 61 complete. So yeah, looking really, really cool there. Okay, I'm just going to pop that to one side for a moment. And then we can move on to 62. So in issue 62, parts included are the rim, the chrome hubcap, and some screws, some BDO ones. So that is here. And I'm sure you see where this is going. Okay. So the first step then is to retrieve the tyre supplied with the last issue and fit it onto the rim. So that's why it's been baking in the hot water. So I'm going to now get this out of here. And give it a dry. You're better off using kitchen paper so you don't get the lint everywhere, but I've only got toilet roll, so that's what I'm doing. But that's really nice and soft. And then we can get this on here. Bit like what Danno was doing last night on the Eddie Stobart and Christine. It's just really hard to get these on. The Routemaster was a lot easier. Come on. There we go. We're on. And I'm happy that that is seated properly. Peter says, I'll have to try baking in water. Might not burn so much. Lee says hi. So hi, Lee. Ian says hi to Lee. We have Arctic Wolf Hobbies in. Howdy, everyone. Hi, Eric. Every time you pop up, there's a different name. So, yeah, hi, Eric. How are you, mate? How are you? Peter says the Stobart tires were a real struggle this time. Yeah. Yeah. Ian says hi to Eric. Peter says hi, Eric. And Eric says, hey, Ian and Pete. So, that is our tyre on. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to retrieve the right brake and brake drum, which I've got here. It actually came off. And it should say R on it, which it does. We're going to attach it to the other side, like we did last week. Line up the two pins there. So I can show you off the vehicle. You can see it fits perfectly in there. So as you turn that round, it will lock in. And then we're just going to pop in a BDO1 screw through the middle. So let us do that. That is. So let me just retrieve this. We will pop this back on. Remember, it only goes one way. Again, it's really easy to fit. Just put it on and twist it, and then it will just, there you go, lock into place when it's in the right position. And we're going to pop the drum on, and then we're going to pop the tyre on the wheel. And then give it a twist. That locks in. I've lost the screw. What have I just done with the screw? There it is. And then we can pop that screw through the center. Just check that is still aligned. Yeah, that side is. Now that isn't as loose as this side, so I'm actually going to revisit this side. It's a bit better. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that is that wheel done. And we're on. And then we're going to finish it off with the chrome magnetic cap. And now we have wheels on. There we go. We have half a roll in. So this is, I suppose this would be classed as a cut and shut now. So yeah, really cool, really cool. So yeah, loving it. So that is that issue done. Okay, so that can go down there now. Geordie Dave says hi to Eric. Dave Mack says hi, Eric. Eric says doing good, brother. Hope all is well with you, Alex. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Geordie Dave says hi to Lee. Eric says hi to Geordie and Dave. Lindsay says 2 wheels on my wagon. Yeah. Eric says hi to Lindsay. And Lindsay says, hey, Eric. So there we go. So that is issue 62. We're now going to do 63. Don't get too excited. So, on issue 63, we've got the chassis middle part. This issue includes the middle part of the chassis ahead of installing it in a later session. We look at how the Samba is taking shape with the assembly sessions so far. So, we have the middle part of the chassis, and it's really heavy. And then it says BD04 screws. They'll be under there. I think I can feel them about there. So that's the assembly diagram. That's what it looks like. And that is it for issue 63. So this is just a summary of what we've got so far. So how it's all going to sort of sit together. And that is it for this issue. So we didn't even have to do anything. That's why I thought I'd chuck it in, because there's no point in just not. There's no build to do for that. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. So that is all the building done. I'm now going to just come back for a minute. So next, let's have a look what we're doing next week. Because I'm not actually sure. Oh yeah, I saw these actually. It's funny, it's popped up in the magazine. Them new camper vans are horrendous, aren't they? There's one in there that I just don't like the look of them at all. They're not, I know they're supposed to be a modern take, but just they're not the same. Horrible. Okay, yeah. So next week we're going to be doing the wheel arch, one of the wheel arches. Oh, that's cool. So we get to bring the back section we've worked on to the plate, and then we're going to put one of the wheel arches on. So yeah, that's cool. So there's a little bit to do there. We'll probably do another couple of issues, maybe. I'll see how many I've got. So yeah, the wheels are hideous looking. Yeah, just don't like it. Anyway, so to some exciting stuff. I had a gift from, I still can't believe it, Peter in the chat, Peter Webster. And it consists of an airbrush. So I've been looking at, trying a hand at this. And yeah, this come through and I was absolutely made up. Bit nervous, but I've had a good look at it. I've actually watched a few YouTube videos. I've not tried painting with it yet. So, you know, there's still going to be a lot of learning to do. But I have managed to strip it apart because I was looking up, you know, one of the most important things with an airbrush is that it's clean and you're using a clean one all the time. And I'm going to be stripping it down a lot after coats of paint, etc., etc. So, yeah, I've stripped it all apart. I've got, you know, I've got to know how it works. I think I've managed to strip it down completely, work out what comes off and what doesn't, what needs cleaning and what does, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing. So thank you very much, and we're going to do a stream of just experimenting with it, because you know I don't want to go attacking a model with this at the moment until I know what I'm doing. I'd like to get a feel for it. But yeah, it's one of the handheld ones, so it's absolutely perfect for my setup here. It feels really comfortable to use. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out. So just thank you very, very, very much, Peter, for that. And then in all the excitement, I've got more stuff to show you, which is why the microphone was messing about. I've tried to make myself a little DIY paint booth. And I'm quite chuffed with it, to be fair. So let me try and get this into some sort of shot. It's literally a cardboard box. I've taped a light in there. So there you go. It's all on there. Got some wires coming out the side of it. So I'll just plug this in. There you go. So I've got a little light in there. I'm going to add like an extractor at the back, like a fan or something. It's still work in progress. And I've mounted a little camera in there. So what I can actually do, this is obviously my camera, but if I do a bit of camera jiggery and go to there, where we go. When I'm doing a live stream, we've got like I can adjust the camera in here, and then we've got like a little paint booth camera, so you can sort of see what I'm doing. And yeah, obviously this might need adjusting for, you know, the best view, but I'm quite chuffed with it. I mean, it's still work in progress. I'm gonna have to seal the back. Let me put that away before I break it. I'm going to seal the back, as I say, probably cut a hole in the back. I'm going to get some sort of extraction fan or something that can run, because I'm sitting next to the window. But yeah, it's work in progress. I'll probably get like a mat or something in here. I'm wondering if an A2 mat would fit. No, it would. No, it wouldn't. But I might even just line it with some paper or something, or newspaper. And then, yeah, this is my little paint booth with a camera built in. I was just playing around with it. So, and obviously I can change the brightness of the light in here, or I can bring it all the way down. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with it, to be fair. You know, yeah, I could buy a proper one, but why do that when I can just makeshift something, you know? So let me change all this cameras about. So I'll put you back to that one. Check the audio again. Yes. So yeah, the camera, the microphone you were hearing earlier was this camera in this box. That's probably why you heard the echo. So yeah, what do you think about them? So yeah, just a little I knocked it up in a few minutes. Just yeah. Might even decorate it. I could get a sticker that says Horlixs in there or something. I could put my YouTube brand in there. So when you're watching, you can see my name, and it'll probably get covered in paint. So anyway, I've kept this. This is the cutout for the light. What I thought I'd do is I could practice spraying that. So yeah, there'll be another stream coming soon, and I'm hopefully gonna ask a couple of people to come on with me who know a bit about airbrushing, just to help me in the right direction. And you know, it's really difficult. And then also, I'll leave you in the box. I ordered this off Amazon, which is an airbrush cleaning kit. Whether it's any good, I don't know, because I don't know anything about airbrushing, but I figured it was all the same sort of thing. So I've got this come in the box, which I don't actually know what it is, but I'm assuming it's to clean the end of the airbrush carefully, just to get all any paint. Hopefully there won't be though. Then you get all sorts of brushes. It was really cheap. It's like 12 quid or something. So yeah, got these little pipe cleaner type things to clean all the airbrush out with. And then obviously it comes with a little spray pot. So you can put your it's got a stand inside, so you can put your airbrush in and clean it out. So I thought I would get that. And it comes with filters and things, so you can change the filter in there. And it comes with 4 more filters. So yeah, I've got that. And then that's that. And then I've also, because my favourite is obviously Tamiya paint, and this is what I want to stick with, I've got a packet of pipettes. These are really cheap, disposable, just so I can get paint out of them without making too much of a mess. And obviously I can mix up paint for the airbrush. So yeah, let me turn this off. It's going to make everything look dark now, isn't it? So what I've heard, I mean, I don't really know. I've seen two different tutorials on it. A couple of people with this paint, well, one or two people say it's the hardest paint to airbrush with. A majority of the other people say it's one of the easiest to airbrush with because it's very forgiving. So one person recommend, I think Lee, you sent me over to a YouTube channel. Was it Paintbrush Asylum or something? He recommends 1 part paint, 3 parts thinner, or no, 70% thinner, 30% paint. And then I carried on looking at related videos, and then another one said he uses 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner. So they put 10 drops. They said they can't be bothered to measure it, so that's why they use the pipettes. 1, it's easy to get it out of these pots, and 2, you can count the drops, and that's an easier way of doing it. So he'd put 10 drops of thinner in, X20A, and then he would put 20 drops of the paint in, and that was him. And then he showed him spraying, and it seemed to be coming out right. So I need to experiment. I need to play with it. I mean, I'm guessing, you know, that I've got so much to learn. I mean, example, chrome silver. It's got like flakes of glitter in, if you like. Is this airbrushable? I mean, to me, this will just jam up the end of the airbrush because of all the bits in it. You know, there's so much we've got to learn, but that's where we're at with it. And it will be absolutely invaluable for, you know, plastic models that I do in the future. So just a massive thank you, Peter, for sending me that. I really, really appreciate it. And I can't wait to get using it. So I'm gonna do a stream, and we'll have a play with it and just get used to it. You know, be a lot of cleaning and stuff. So let me go through some chat. Where were we? Eric says, "You plan on doing any gaming?" Do you know what? I need to really. I've still got my the steering wheel here. I need to do some more trucks in. I need to get out of Todd when he's free, and we can do another trucking video. Have you got Euro Truck Sim, Eric? Ian says it has the makings of Sir Dave B Camp Super Sleeper, Alex. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, we'll have to paint on it. Lindsay's Build says, cool, Alex. Gillian says, good show and a big thumbs up. Thank you. Geordie says, great show. Thank you. Dave Matt says, nice build, Alex. Another quick issue. Great stream. Big thumbs up. Thank you, Dave. Ian says, nice one, Alex. So yeah, thank you. Ian says, modern tape, more epistate. Yeah, it's horrible. John's Monomaker says, very good build, Horlixs. Thank you. Yeah, Peter says the wheels are hideous. Dave Matt says, I prefer the old camper vans. They have more character. Yeah, 100% agree with that. Yeah. Ian says, nice one, Lord Peter. Dave Matt says, nice gift, Peter. Lindsay says, awesome, Peter. And Lord Peter says, you deserved it, Alex. No, I don't. Thank you. But no, yeah. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. What's this in your face? Oh, it's the light. No, I really appreciate it, and it's going to be really exciting to use. And you know, it's going to take a bit of getting used to, but John says, I love airbrushing, but hate the cleaning them. Yeah, well, that's it. That's why the first thing I did was just get to grips with how the airbrush goes together, you know. Before I even got any paint in it, I took it all apart, worked out what bits come apart, what bits do, and then sort of how to clean it. And yeah, just want it because it's really important, isn't it? Part of owning an airbrush. And I don't know why someone's honking out there constantly. Yeah, Ian says, Alex, we added some extra graffiti around Eastbourne now. Yeah, I could do. Just take it out. Lindsay Spill says he'll be the next Banksy Ian. Ian says defo. Ian says Zelensky. John says mixing the paints with thinners can be challenging. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I mean, one person puts the thinners directly in the cup of the airbrush and then the paint on top, gives it a stir and starts painting. Another trick is someone uses plastic shot cups, shot glasses, because they're really inexpensive, disposable plastic ones, and they mix the paint up in there and try and get the right consistency. But you know, I've never done it before, and I'm guessing the more I do it, the more I will get to know the sort of thickness it needs to be, and then I can just wing it. Like, you can just mix up a bit thinner in there and say, right, yeah, it's a bit too thick, and you know, I'm sure there's an art to it, and I should get it at some point. So yeah, with airbrushing, yeah. Lee says, cool, my paint booth is that. Oh, that's cool. Eric says, very cool, bro. Thank you. I literally knocked that up in 10 minutes. Peter says I use a photography cube with an LED light and a PC fan in the back. Yeah, that's my plan. Getting like a PC fan or something. I'll solder a USB on the end of the fan. I might even posh it up and make a circuit board and make it speed controlled, just because I can. Lee says computer fan works. Yeah. And DS Model says, oh wow, fantastic. Thank you very much. Lee says, I've got a cardboard box with a light. Yep. John's Monomaking says, you've just reminded me I need a new filter. How long do the filters generally last then, John? It's taking a while. If you're talking about in the cleaner tub thing. Dave Matt says, good idea, Alex. It worked out great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Lee says, paper line it. Yeah. Dave Matt says you could put a Lazy Susan in there as well. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like a one that I can get paint on, and then it can be spinning around in there while I'm painting it. Really good idea. Peter says Wendy wouldn't like a Susan in the house. Dave Matt says laugh out loud, Peter. And Ian says, I agree, Peter. Wendy would be so jealous. And Lee says, cool build, Alex. Thank you. Lindsay says, you'll need some kind of filter in front of the fan, Alex. Yeah. Like a extractor fan, like extractor hood. I could get like one of them and put it on the back. Lee says he got that kit. Cool. And to use it. Yeah. Peter says, my pleasure, Alex. No, thank you. Thank you very much. And I know they're not that cheap, so I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Lindsay says, everyone has their own way of doing it. Tamiya paint, I use 1 part and 2 part thinner. Okay, so that's the third option then. So you're using one part paint, 2 parts thinner. The other guy used 2 parts thinner, 1 part paint, and the other guy used 30% paint and 70% thinner, which I suppose probably more like your setup then. I guess it's just going to be a case. I mean, I'd rather do that because, to be honest, if I do it that way, Lindsay, and it works out for me and it's working for you, it's got to work for me. I guess it depends on the airbrush as well, but the less paint I use, the better. So Alex says, I do, Alex, but my PC died, so I'm stuck to console gaming. Oh. Lee says, I like my airbrush. Peter says, you'll learn in no time, Alex. Yeah. I can't wait to have a play with it. John's Monomaker says, that won't work as the thinner will come out first. Mix the paint and thinners first, like you said, experiment. Yeah, that makes complete sense because I guess the thinner will go down into the ends of the brush before you even mixed it. Ed Hughes says, evening all. Never chat. I'll never touched airbrushing before. What a challenge. I think that says. Oh, sorry, never watched. Lord Peter says, hi, Ed. And Dave McBill says, evening, Ed. So, yeah, and Ed says, evening all. Never watched before. Airbrushing. What a challenge. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the show and the channel. Yeah, as I say, I've never done airbrushing. I mean, I normally use a spray can, and I'll show you. I'll get it down. I've only done a couple of plastic models really, because I started doing I do part work models mainly, and then I've just started to get into plastic modeling, and I absolutely love it. I really enjoyed these. So this was my very first plastic model kit I did, which was a little starter set, and to be honest, it was awful. It's really dusty, I'll tell you that. So yeah, this was the very first plastic model kit I did, and it, you know, I did have to do a lot of learning with this, and I was trying to paint the body with a brush, and it just didn't work. The paint wasn't coming through, so I ended up spraying it with an aerosol. I hand painted the rest, as you can see. You've got brush marks under there. And it, you know, hasn't come out too bad, but for a first model, I guess it was pretty cool. And then this is the second model I've done recently on the channel with DS Models. It's also in the chat. We do have a specific show for this, and there will be another one coming soon. But this is my second plastic model I've done. Now, again, it's been brush painted mainly, well, some of the details. Obviously, the arches and the body, I used a rattle can, and we had a lot of problems with it. Well, I did, reactions. I messed it up completely, and I had to sand all the back down and do it again. The weather didn't help, and it's just inexperience. But I got there in the end. I didn't give up with it. And I mean, I was terrified, you know, about I was terrified about doing decals, and actually I'm finding them really, really all right. So all the cranes brush painted, but it'd just be easier and nicer to do it with an airbrush and have like an even nicer finish, perhaps. So this is the Bedford Recovery Wrecker Wagon. Obviously the wheels are hand painted and everything. And then I've added my own touch with all the electronics. So I put a LED in the beacon and ran the wires down the crane so you can't even see them. I added rear lights. So there you go. That's that looks really cool. And then I added headlights. And then if you look inside, I even added dashboard lights. And it was screaming for them because it was a perfect place behind there to put the LEDs. So, and then I coded it up, and it all runs on an Arduino, which is just under there. And then it just runs off a USB. You can see some of the paint's a bit rough underneath, just from hand painting, and I just can't wait to get going with the airbrush and see what sort of results I can get from it. So, but I'm super, super happy with this. Considering it's my second attempt at a model, I couldn't be more happier, to be honest. You know, there was a lot of trouble on the way with various things, and it took a long time. We covered it all on the channel, myself and DS Models, his channel as well. And we've got 2 more to do. So we haven't started them yet, and we will be doing a show. It's to be confirmed yet when we're going to start that, but there is more to come. It keeps going off because I'm on a power bank. So yeah, and then we didn't even glue the bonnet on because we thought, you know, you want to see the detail of the engine in there, you know. So we left that off. Even got the wires for the LEDs. I've just left them in view because it just makes it look like part of the engine. So yeah, I really couldn't be any happier with this, to be fair. For, you know, for my skill level, you know, there is a mark on there. There's a few marks here and there, imperfections, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that's that. I've forgotten where I was going. But yeah, so what I'm saying, airbrushing is going to, give me a lot more options. And not only that, the rattle cans are so expensive. I had to go through a lot of Tamiya rattle cans just to get this cream down because of things that went wrong. There you go. Where were we? Lee says you will get the airbrush. Yeah. John says 12 months, then clean it, and you can get another 12 months. Depends on usage, of course. Okay, cool. Lee says you will. I'm hooked to my airbrush. Eric says those look amazing, bro. Thank you. Ian says hi to Ed. Dave says the breakdown truck still turned out really good, Alex. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. John says that it's great, Horlixs. Thank you. Ed says hi to Ian. Ed says that rescue truck looks great. Thank you very much, Ed. Thank you. Ian says very nice, good job there, Alex. Thank you. Ian says hand painting to airbrush can be compared to filament and resin printers, Alex. Right, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Peter says you both built great models, Alex. Thank you. Yeah, and Dave's was just as good. I don't have a picture of his hands, but Lee says good stream. Lindsay says when you do your next Bedford, would I be able to join you and DS to do mine? Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem. I'll speak to Dave and we'll organise something. Lee says I air my tank. Oh, I'm airbrushing my tank and it looks good. Smitha says, hi, Horlixs. Hope you're well and good luck with your build. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, just coming to an end. Ian says, hi, Alex D. And Peter says, hi to Alex D. And that is it for me tonight. So, don't think there's anything going on at the weekend that I know of. The next show will be Monday with Crafty Chris and Yorkshire Crafter. They'll be doing the Disney Doll's House at 7 o'clock Monday. And then back with me at 8 o'clock to do the Leopard Tank, where I have another announcement to make on that. So that'll be 8 o'clock on Monday. Tuesday, we've got Crafty Chris doing the Eddie Stobart truck. 7 o'clock. Then at 8 o'clock should be Geordie Dave doing the Titanic. And that's just some of the stuff going forward. So yeah, that is it for me tonight. And watch out for a stream. I might pop up and do one Sunday, maybe. We'll see. Lee says night all. So good night, Lee. John's Moneymaking says night all. And Lee says he's live at 5 on Sunday. So yeah, okay, go and check Lee out. And Peter says see you all next time. Take care all. So yes, again, thank you very much, Peter. Really appreciate that. And I can't wait to get going with it. So have a good rest of your evening. And I'm off to Pride tomorrow in Eastbourne. So we're going to be having a few drinks and living it large. So yeah, I might not even be in any state on Sunday, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, it's good night from me. And Ian says, see you soon. All have a smashing weekend. Thank you, Ian. And see you all later. And have a good evening. Goodbye.